Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome to Black Cosplayers Podcast, episode number 14. Thanks for being back with us. We've been getting some good feedback on the shows. I'm glad you're liking it. Tonight, we're going to talk about something new, something you like. We're trying out something new, so if Discord gives us the middle finger, we'll probably head back to Skype. The rest of the squad will be here later on because, we do have real lives and we have to do stuff before we get together and do this, but sometimes we can kind of get things going before everybody else does. So let me go open the window a little bit and let the rest of my team introduce themselves.
I guess I'll go first. This is Mocha Bunny. What's good?
Yeah.
I'm John.
Sup? Yo, who got the TV on in the background?
Oh, that's my mom.
Oh, okay. How's your mom doing, bro?
She's doing fine.
That's good. Good to hear. All right, so tonight we're going to talk about cosplay. We're going to talk about it in the aspect of commissions. Do you like commissioning your cosplay, buying your cosplay, making your cosplay, closet cosplay? Because there is so much bullshit going on in the community, and the most outlandish shit I have ever seen is, if you don't make your own costume, you are not a real cosplayer. What kind of shit is that? I mean, really?
Yeah, because as long as you just say, I didn't make the costume, you'll be fine.
Exactly. I mean, yeah, it is easier to get costumes now. And it just boils down to how much money you want to invest in it and the quality and so forth of who you go to. I mean, yeah, you can go. There are sites where you can just pick up an easy cosplay for like between $50 and $100. You just can't enter a masquerade with it. Just remember that.
Yep.
Or a cosplay contest.
Well, some you can. Some you can. There are like
You can? Oh.
yeah, it depends. There's two sides of it. You have hall cosplay and the masquerade. Now, hall cosplay at some conventions, it doesn't matter if the costume is made or not. They just take your picture and put it up there, and people vote on it. It's like the judges will take a look and vote and see, or depending if it's on a website, it'll go on the website, and people will just pick, choose, vote, whatever. And then there's the masquerade where you get up there and you do a performance or a walk-on or something like that. In some cons, hall cosplay is where you go in and you get judged for craftsmanship and all of that. And then you have the walk-ons where it's, you may have bought the costume, but here's your chance to walk across the stage and show it off. And generally with that, you're not in it to win it, you're just there to just show off what you got. Yeah.
What's with the echoing?
I'm not hearing any echo.
I know it was in earlier. Anyway, what's your opinion on closet cosplays anyway, Adam?
That's how I started. Serious. That's exactly how I started. I mean, my very first Ranma Saotome cosplay was black sweats and a red sweatshirt, and I cut it, and I taped, and I glued on the yellow straps, the frog ties. That's exactly what I did. And over time, that's what I kept doing until I was in Chinatown. I found the actual red tunic. I got the yellow frog ties, and I sewed them on. And from there, I've actually to commission my tunic and so forth. Some stuff I just buy and put together, like Brock from Pokemon. I already had the pants. All I had to do was buy the shirt and the vest, and that's it.
Yeah, because I seen what a lot of people's opinion on closet cosplay is that you start with closet cosplay, but over time you want to evolve from that.
Mm-hmm.
Depending on the cosplay you're doing.
I guess it's an evolve or something like that. But sometimes you just stay right where you are and you just roll with it, you know?
Yeah. Dude, that's how I started off.
Mm-hmm.
The first one was terrible. I don't even remember what it was, but I tried my hardest. And it actually came out okay, but then after that I just started buying costumes because back then, in I must have been about 15, 16 when I started getting cosplay, so it's like 10 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
And I was familiar with the internet, but the costumes I saw online, they were really expensive and they weren't like the best. And I didn't have a job back then either. So I think the second costume I got was a Soul Reaper from Bleach.
Yeah.
And I wore it for like one con. And then after that, I would see like different people in their nice little outfits and stuff. And I'm like, dang, I want to do this, this, and this. And hopefully look decent with that one day. So I had to like take it upon myself to learn how to do different things over time. First, I started off with just hot gluing everything together. Then I learned how to hand sew simple stuff, and now I'm working with a sewing machine. I'm actually doing okay.
Okay, that's pretty good.
Yeah, first time it happened with me. First cosplay I did was like Hotline Miami, because I usually had a unicorn mask and a leather jacket and a baseball bat. I was like, okay, I can just do this. My first time going to a con. Then I
Mm-hmm.
just like, okay, I know what I want to do now. I just need to start planning, come with lines ahead of time and start buying costumes.
True. And I remember, and I used to like at Anime Next for a couple of years in a row. I used to host budget cosplay panels like get your value of a dollar. I never really talked about thrifting, which is very popular in the cosplay community, but it works. And by thrifting, I mean it's like depending on the costume you're doing, if you look at it, you're like, oh, I could put it together by buying certain parts of it retail, whatever. So instead of going to like a regular store buying it, you go to a thrift shop and you just buy what you can, mod it, and just roll with it. I mean, when I did
Yeah,
Spike Spiegel from Cowboy Bebop, I modded a blue. What did I do? Yeah, I modded a blue lab jacket. Cut
see,
it.
shit, that's the way to do it if you ain't really got the money or like the time to be doing stuff. I did that for Chun Li's alternate. I just took a black dress and ironed on like the gold strips on it, and shit, it looked okay.
Yeah.
I won.
Well, there you go. I mean, because you have like you have the 6 foot rule in play a lot of times, you know. And
The
by
six.
yeah, 6 foot rule means if it looks good 6 feet away, it's fine.
Yeah, exactly. So other thing is too is like some people like, hey, you go buy stuff, at least try to modify it, make it
Mm-hmm.
a little more accurate, add stuff to it, make it stand out more.
Yeah.
I think the biggest thing is how some people carry themselves. It's like some people are like, oh, I didn't get all this attention, or no one took my picture, whatever, and it's like your cosplay didn't really stick out.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, friend like that. She used to be like that.
Oh, and Black Criminals here.
All right, it's good. But tell them to come through.
Hello?
Yo, what's up, man?
It's going alright.
Just
Oh
in
god, why
time,
can I
bro.
hear myself?
Just in time, bro.
All right, so the topic is about cosplay in general, classic cosplays, cosplay conventions, easy bake cosplays, all that good stuff.
So pretty much we want to know your take and your thoughts. And it's like, does it really matter if you buy your cosplay as opposed to making it or getting it commissioned? You know?
None of that matters. It's a hobby where people dress up. I don't give a fuck how you dress up. You can pay for it. You can get someone to dress up for you. As long as you're having fun, that's the only thing that matters. Cosplay has got to stop becoming a sport. Don't get me wrong, it's okay to have cosplay contests and shit, but like, holy shit, like, it's like them people back in like middle school and high school and shit, where they was like, oh, you ain't wearing the fresh J's? Well, fuck you, you suck.
Oh God.
You lost your right to be a human being, as far as I'm concerned. But yeah,
Yeah, because now you got some people like, oh, no one took my picture, or oh, I deserve more fame and all this. It's just like it's not a sport. It's not a popularity contest.
Well, for some people it is. It's all or nothing, and I'll admit I was one of those for a while. For me, I went out there, cosplayed, did the masquerades. It was all or nothing, you know. And then eventually, I was like, you know what? Fuck it. I'm just gonna go up there, do my thing. Turned out to be pretty good. You know, started winning awards and stuff with me and my friends. I'm like, hey, go in with a positive attitude. Doesn't matter win, lose. We're still gonna go back to the room and drink. I mean, fuck. I either have a good reason or not to drink. That's all.
And you can
Yeah,
go back with some extra money in your pocket.
See, here's the thing. Not every convention gives cash prizes. See, and that's where the shit starts. Personally, I don't think conventions should be giving out cash prizes for awards. I'm from the school of, if you won, you just got a swag bag full of some of the best con stuff from the dealer's room that they bought, a certificate, and a trophy. Hell, for a while, Capsicon Best in Show or trophies, the best one, it was like 4 feet fucking tall. Where the fuck you gonna put that?
Yeah, because other thing I know is too, like, you got people like, Tarmus Odd or Moo Moo,
Mm-hmm.
Make it not doing these very basic cosplays, try to hype themselves up like, oh, I'm bigger than this. It's like, no.
Look,
Cosplay about fun.
they can make this as big as however they fucking want, but it's all about how you market yourself. That's how it is. Love, hate,
Yeah.
it's all about the marketing, And that's one of the issues some of these cosplayers need to understand. If you want to get out there and get popular, you gotta know how to market yourself. I mean, you got these amazing...
Skimpy clothing.
Say what?
Yeah, like the POC group, perfect simple. It's like y'all saying, "Oh, we don't get that much attention, or whatnot," but y'all don't really market yourselves. It's like we're stars. Y'all segregate yourselves from the main cosplay community.
Mm-hmm. And look, when it comes to social media, you just gotta know the right tags to put down so that people notice you and stuff.
Like on Instagram, if you don't laugh, just say ATL cosplayer, or put the comments down loud and whatnot.
And if you're from my neck of the woods, you put New York cosplay or Brooklyn cosplay or something like that, the local cons, and people will pick up on that because it's easier to search by hashtags half the time than anything else.
Yeah, put the character you're cosplaying too. Like no one cares if you say a black cosplayer, Asian cosplayer, because cosplay community doesn't care about that. They just want to know what character you're doing.
The cosplay community cares.
But they still do that shit regardless. So now let's talk commissions. Now you've already spent that money and you've done your closet cosplays and you've seen some outfits that you sit there and go, I can't closet this. I have to go out. Either you gotta learn how to use a sewing machine and patterns and learn how to make it yourself, or you throw that money towards a commissioner. Now,
or buy the costume online.
Yeah. Simplest.
Mm-hmm. I'm saying sometimes it's something looks super complicated or they don't really make it that often. I have someone else commission it. Other than that, if it looks like something I can do, I'll do it.
See, there you go. Now, I do know one of the big things that people like. If you follow like the idol animes like Love Live, Idol Master, AKB0048, there's like hundreds of different outfits, and most of the girls who cosplay in that, they just go online, they just buy the outfits and just trade it back and forth. It's far and few you'll find somebody who actually went out and made it. Because they're kind of complicated, and if they make them, hey, there's more power to them. That doesn't mean you don't take away from somebody who actually bought the cosplay, I mean, you could buy a cosplay, it may run you $100-$150. Depending on the site, it'll take them 2 weeks to a month for it to get to you. And just remember, it comes preset in certain sizes. So don't be too surprised when you get it. It might be a little bit too tight or a little bit too loose.
Yeah, also, again, by commissions, I want to go ahead and say right now, do commissions like months ahead of time. Just don't narrow it to like last minute to do a commission.
Yeah. Best thing, if the convention is in November, you want that commission done by September, October. Put that shit in by April. Because no commissioner, here's the thing, cosplay commissioners will take your order. They will make it for you. But depending on when they take your order and when you need it by, you may not get it in time. So don't be rolling up on somebody be like, yo, Otakon is next month. Can you get this for me? There's a possibility they might not be able to. If it's something simple, yeah. If it's a little bit more complicated, no. And don't go trying to cut costs and cut corners. Because when you're buying your cosplays online from like the Chinese websites and so forth, you already know how much you're going to spend. Now, when it comes to actually commissioning, whatever you spend on that pre-made cosplay, expect to spend at least at a minimum twice that amount. Because this is what's going to go down. That commissioner needs your measurements. From that point, they're going to find the proper material that will make the cosplay with and will make it last longer. And then they're going to make it, and it's going to take some time. Some commissioners have a flat rate of charging. Others, they have more of a they charge by the hour. Like,
Ooh.
mm-hmm.
I never heard someone charging by an hour, but
Yeah, let me tell you something. Before I was working regular jobs, when I was doing freelancing tech work, I was charging by the hour, and that included me sitting my ass here downloading updates and so forth. I mean, because you also don't want to sell yourself short. Like my sister, before she had to cancel the commission because stuff came up, so I was going to commission Jotaro Kujo from her from JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, Diamond is Unbreakable. That I was commissioning his jacket, the cross belt that he wears, and the 2 belts that he wears with it. That was going to run me about $350. Now, you could probably say, that's a lot of money. Yes, it is. But here's the thing. My sister, who I was commissioning it from, she has her degree from FIT. She's done actual costuming work for 10, 15 years. She was going to freehand make this, and by freehand, I mean no pattern. She took my measurements and put it together. For somebody who's going to sit there and just put it together and do it like that, that's well worth the money. Plus, the quality behind it. Because I can tell you this now. If you pick out any cosplay that you want and you buy it online and you have somebody commission it, I guarantee you're going to pay more for it, but the quality and the build is going to be a lot better. Because some of these costumes you buy online, they're going to tell you, don't wash it, dry clean only. And then the ones that you commission, they're like, oh, you can just run it through and do whatever. It'll still come out looking great.
yeah, I have noticed that.
Mm-hmm. Because, I mean, if I'm going to spend a lot of money on a cosplay, I want to be able to wear it at multiple conventions, put it away, and just make sure it stays intact. And if I want to wear it again, I can take it out, and it'll still fit, provided I ain't gain or lose weight. It's still in one piece when I put it on,
Mm-hmm.
But some people will try to negotiate prices and be like, I only got X amount of money. Well, if you don't have enough for them to make it, then they're not going to make it.
Because everything a lot of commissioners do, anyone said, hey, I can pay in increments.
Well, yeah, that's one thing. Yeah, that's fine. That's how I
You got the money for it. Yeah, just pay increments.
That's how I was paying off my Jotaro. I was paying my sister every week.
Like recently, one commission I asked for is the weapon Nevin from DMC 3.
Mm-hmm.
So my friend, originally when he does commissions, I just told him like, hey, look, I don't have the money up front, but I'll pay you over time. And I eventually pay off. He's like, I got you.
And just remember, a lot of times when you do installments, they will not start the commission until X amount is paid. Could be anywhere from 20 to 50%. And once you are fully paid off, or you're at that point, like 75, 80%, they will release it to you in good faith that you're going to pay off the rest of the commission.
Yeah, because when he did the commission, he kept me updated.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, hey, look, I can't do XYZ yet until I get this amount.
And also take in consideration, not every cosplay commissioner out there knows every single series off the top of their head. So if you tell them this series, they may not even know. So make sure you have tons of reference photos available. And whatever the series is, it's not hard to get the episode, watch it on a player on your PC, and take screenshots. It's not hard to find scans of the art book. Granted, the art book version may definitely look different from the anime version, so please specify. Because I know for a while there were some Sailor Moon cosplayers that are arguing that some were not cosplaying the right version, but if you look at it, there is a different style in the manga as opposed to the classic. Now you have the original manga style, classic, and crystal, which kind of looks a little bit closer to the manga, but each one still has its differences, and all your live action as well.
So that's our thing too. Like, if you want commission, just make sure the person knows the character or not. Get
Mm-hmm.
them reference pictures.
What was that?
Like you said, just get them reference pictures and make sure, like, hey, look, can you do this? Because some people really don't know how to do certain stuff. Like some are specialized in fabric, some can do armor. You gotta know what they're good in.
True that. Now, when you go out and commission, make sure you do your research, because I got a couple of horror stories for you. I even said it on my personal Facebook. When you make a commission for somebody, what you're making has to look just as good as what you'd make it for yourself, if not better. Because that is your name on it. Because you want repeat customers. You want more customers coming in. When I used to build computers for a living, I'd made sure that these machines ran better than my current machine. That way they can see what they're getting. What's the point of me giving them something that's not as good as mine, you know? Granted, everyone has different budgets, but you want to make sure it goes within their budget and you can give them their money's worth. Also, it doesn't hurt to shop around, because some commissioners may charge this rate, some may charge this rate, some may charge that rate. And who knows, depending on from all three, the quality is going to be the same anyway. Now, a friend of mine, she was cosplaying Rose Quartz from Steven Universe, and she put in a commission for the wig. $80. I'd say it seems reasonable, but talking to various other people, a good high quality commission Rose Quartz wig's gonna run you in between $150 to $500. So my friend caught a good deal. I guess on the same token, this commissioner doesn't know how to properly market herself. So she said she needed it a month and a half before the convention. Smart move. That way you would have it. You have that cushion time. So if the commissioner is going to be late getting it done, you still have a little bit of time. She waited and waited and waited until she had to contact them, telling them if I don't have it within a certain time, they were going to go to PayPal, because it was coming down to the wire 2 weeks before the convention. It was shipped out, and the wig looked bad. It was horrible.
Oh shit.
Yeah, I will send y'all pictures of this later. It was bad. So she contacted the person. The commissioner apologized profusely and gave her a full refund, because it was not what she wanted. So she ended up having to go out, order the wigs and the wefts and all that herself, and make it. And it came out pretty good. You know, you knew she was Rose Quartz from the dress, but the wig, you know, hopefully she'll be working on it some more, so it looks better for the next convention. Now, my personal issue that I've had. Now, I've commissioned cosplays before. I go through my friends who I know that take commissions, because I see their work and I know I'm going to get a good build. Up until this one time, I've never had a problem, never had a bad commission or anything like that. So, one of the costumes I'm known for is Human Artemis. So, it got to the point where, you know, I want to redo Artemis. The original outfit doesn't fit me anymore, so I needed to get it redone. Got the pants, perfect. All I needed was just his tunic, because it's done differently, because he has like a thick collar, straps, and it's cut a particular way, and it's done where I don't know how to do it. So I went to a friend of mine, Dokudel, and she does at the time she was doing pretty good stuff. So I'm like, you know what? Let me commission something from her, throw her a bone. So she took my measurements, and I got her the fabric. Now that's one thing. If the commissioner is local and you know exactly what fabric you want them to make it out of, buy them the fabric. It'll save your ass some money. So she goes ahead, makes it, and then I get it, and I put it on. It's tight on the left-hand side and loose on the right-hand side in the shoulder area. So I had to pose a particular way so you really couldn't tell if it was tight or not. Cost on this, $50. Paid $25. After that, I told her exactly what happened. So went to her place. She took my measurements again. Instead of using the same material that I requested, she used a standard cloth cotton fabric. Fine.
Broadcloth?
Probably.
Oh god, it's like super thin and see-through.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, nope.
So, makes it. next convention, whenever I get it from her, the collar doesn't stand up, and it's tight towards the back. And you can see my undershirt through the fabric. I'm just like, Now, the only reason why I only paid her $25 is because she never came around to get the remaining $25. So I'm like, you know what? Whatever. Done.
Other thing I noticed since we're not talking about time and stuff is that I noticed like people will like make lineups like a year before, but wait till the month before the con start working on it
That's
on the
me.
cosplays.
That's me.
Why you was just lazy?
I know. I mean, I start months ahead, but then shit happens and I kind of procrastinate, and then I start back again. But I'm almost done.
Yeah, because my thing about it is that like it's like you try to do 4 cosplays, it's like go ahead and get your materials needed
Mm-hmm.
months ahead. Then the month before you can like just crash and start making your stuff because you already got the materials. But I look on Facebook, I see some of these people like, oh, I need to walk my cosplays. I assume like don't have the materials or the skill set to make the cosplays in time.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't draw these ears. Shit.
What are you doing?
I was trying to draw these ears for my cosplay, and I can't draw.
And what cosplay are you working on?
This is the Fiera Mage from Final Fantasy Tactics.
Oh, okay. I've played the game a few times, but I could not get into it. Now I kind of regret buying it for PlayStation and then turning around and selling it. Should have held on to it for a little bit. I would have gotten a better value in the game.
I've not played it before. I didn't really like it, but the characters are interesting.
Oh yeah, definitely. I mean, there is a ROM of it for the Game Boy Advance, so I might have to acquire it and try it again and see if my thoughts on it changed.
Yeah, so that's the main thing. It's like you go do lineups and you try to do like more 2 cosplays. Go and like start playing stuff out beforehand. At least have like a list of materials you need.
Mm-hmm.
Because I'm gonna tell you right now, you gonna spend more time like trying like find materials, buying materials, putting everything together. You're gonna spend way too much time and money on that on the last month of the cons, like a month beforehand or weeks.
Yep. And when you get the materials, make sure you if you shop at Joanne, make sure you hit up their little coupons at the in the coupon section of the website and subscribe to their newsletter because it's in a lot of decent coupons. That's why I was able to buy the fabric, especially for like the ones that are super expensive, but I get like 50 or 60% off.
And just so you know, 9 times out of 10, most Joannes don't even check if you're using the same coupon again. So if you come across one that says 60% off, hold on to it. That's your golden ticket.
Yep.
Although I do have one question for you all.
What's that?
Sure.
So how long do these pieces and costumes take for shipping, on average?
It
depends. If you ordering stuff like from China,
mm-hmm.
like the full costumes, it's gonna take at least a month or 5 weeks.
If they have to make it from scratch.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And put in that
knowing your measurements.
That's so strange because, like, apparently there's a lot of people out there who think there's like a Goku instant transmission shipping option. Wait 2 weeks before the con, pay the money, and it's just gonna get here.
Bro.
I just like, fam, it's not gonna work like that. Cause my Dante costume, I ordered back in November or December. It didn't get here to the end of January.
See, the only way it'll come quicker from China if they have an Amazon shop, which means some of those costumes are chilling in their warehouse and they can just send it along. I will tell you this. If you go to like a standard cosplay website and they have 1,000 different costumes for you to buy from, you have to wait a month. If you go on to Amazon, you might find 5% of those costumes on there within the same price. So you're only going to find the most popular one there. So if Amazon doesn't have it, just prepare to wait. Simple as that.
Yeah, make sure you have Amazon Prime. You buying
Mm-hmm.
props. You wait till last minute.
And also, one thing, if you're ordering cosplays and they're coming out of China, do not order between middle of November to the second week of January, because
What's wrong?
no, those are the holidays. That's your rush period. It's going to take a lot longer. Actually, let me extend that to the end of January, because right after December, January is sort of like a rest period in China where they don't, where a lot of manufacturing is dropped down a lot. Because a friend of mine, she wanted a maid outfit from off of AliExpress, and I went to go check it, and she gave me the money. I went to go order it. She sent on the site sent whoever I was buying from sent me an email a message saying, because not I guess golden month or something like that, they won't. It'll be another 30 days before they're able to make it or send it out or something like that. So
What about Chinese New Year?
that's what it is. That's what I'm talking about, Chinese New Year. Because of that, it wasn't going to happen. So I canceled the order. Thankfully, we found her something similar on Amazon, and they sent it in 3 days.
Yeah, because we're just about this up because Yancey made a post on Facebook a while back saying, y'all are killing me with these cosplay ideas like alternative cosplays. And he's pretty much right on that. I've seen a lot of people on Facebook, people I know, like, try to do all these cosplays ideas, but they wait till the last minute and start stuff,
Mm-hmm.
knowing they don't have the skills or tools needed to get those cosplays done.
And as for these tools, look, there are tons of resources out there. You can find YouTube tutorials on how to use certain fabrics, how to do this technique, how to do that technique. There are
I put LED lights.
there are Facebook groups where you can get information. Hell, if you watch Cosplay Melee at all for the last 6 weeks, you probably have found a few tips and tricks there, especially if you're working with armor and stuff like that.
Yeah, you can learn a lot from Ebony Warrior Studios alone.
See, there you go.
I
And
haven't.
what was you gonna say?
Yeah, I was saying I didn't even know Cosplay Melee was still on.
Yeah, last week was the final episode of the first season.
Is it on Sci-Fi?
Yup.
Yeah,
Right now,
on demand.
yeah, right now they're culling people for season 2. So
Okay, I'll look at it then.
Yeah, because I know MomoCon right now, they having a get together for sewing
mm-hmm.
where it's I think next week, where they have an event, have a location where you try to finish your cosplay and involve sewing, you can go meet with that group and people can help you get your sewing done. That's what thing kills me is because it's like I see these people try to rush to get his cosplay done, but they don't try to like get involved with the communities to try to see, hey, I need help with XYZ. Can you help me?
Since
and
I'm short.
and if you're going to a con and you see somebody bringing their machine in, that's the person who didn't finish their cosplay in time, and most likely that costume they're working on is for the masquerade. And it's not something to be laughing at because it ain't funny. I think of it as like a rite of passage in a way for cosplayers because it happens to most of us. A friend of mine, we did a penny and stocking skit at Otakon like 6 years ago, and she was in the room until late, like all day Friday, early Saturday, finishing up part of one of her costumes. So
Yeah, because this competition. Prue, do you have any cosplay making stories from or noble tales from anybody?
here we go.
No, I have no tails for that actually.
Really?
Outside of make sure that you order your stuff, give yourself about a month cushion, longer than you think it will take to get there. Hiccups do happen, and if it's from overseas, customs does happen.
Mm-hmm.
Or they want to say it's like get involved with your scene because you try to get into cosplay, like try to seriously get into it. Try to get people in your scene. Just don't stay up in your own corner like the POC group.
Shh. Okay. I got a story for y'all. I will not name names in this one because the person that this happened to is still a cosplayer. He does other things, but anybody who's listening to this show, if you know this story, then you know. So years ago, I think it was my first Katsucon, I was supposed to be part of a Final Fantasy VI skit. So This is why I discovered, people are still in the room making costumes because I'd never really seen it up until this point. So he's up in the room. He's making one of the characters. I forget it. The name escapes me right now. But as far as I know, the skit was on. My costume was already done. I was going to be the Moogle for their skit. Come to find out, when we went in to check in for the masquerade, his costume wasn't done. So we pretty much disbanded, and I got recruited to be part of another skit. Okay, fine, whatever. Actually, it might have been the following Katsu, but anywho, I noticed that Saturday night, I think it was that Katsu, that Saturday night, I go downstairs, and I walk around down in the rooms in the outside area, and I notice the guy that was up in our room making our costume, his costume, was sleeping underneath a table underneath the escalator. And I'm just like, what the hell happened here? So I go back to the room and I'm like, why is so-and-so, down there? Come to find out, he pissed everybody off by procrastinating and waiting to the very last minute that they pretty much kicked him out of the room.
Hey man, you can't promise people deadlines then think you just gonna stay in the room and be like, oh well, things happen. Can I still stay here?
Was he staying for free or?
No, he paid. As far as I know, he paid his share. But whether they gave him back his share or they just made an agreement, you screwed us, get out. Which is why I don't think that cosplay contests should be giving cash prizes. Because I mean, if grand prize is $5,000, and second place is $2,500, and third place is like $1,000, that's gotta suck if you came in second or third. You know what I'm saying?
Mm.
Like I said, just give them the trophy, some awesome gifts from swag, and a certificate. Done. How hard is that?
And
I don't know what y'all talking about. I ain't heartbroken with $1,000 in my pocket.
Let me tell
Maybe
you.
fourth place though.
Now, here's the thing: you might not be heartbroken with $1,000, but what if you in a group and you have to split that shit evenly?
Okay, I'm happy that we got a monetary stipend for something that I love to do as a hobby.
Well, good. You keep it real on that. That makes the most amount of sense. But I'm saying you got those people out there who are like, who do get mad because they didn't get the top prize. You know what I'm saying? Because there are some cosplayers out there who compete and they try to get that cash prize so they can recuperate their losses on the money that they invested on their cosplay.
Mm.
Some strange people.
Yeah. Like I said, I've been in this game for about 20 freaking years. I've seen some shit.
If money is their bottom line at that point, you might as well open up a Patreon and call it a day.
Well, yeah. And half the time, people raising money for them Patreons to get the costume, it ain't for their commissioner to make it. It's for them just to order that shit and have it.
Oh, speaking of Patreon, let me talk about one of the infamous cosplayers, Moo Moo.
Wait. Did anyone hear that clicking?
My bad.
Damn
For
it.
me, I'm on mobile right now, so
Right.
I use my phone.
Oh, okay. All right. So, what story you got for us, bro?
Okay, so recently Moo Moo has been doing more, her cosplays. So recently she does her usual, hey, I'm working on this cosplay, wherever. Turns out that cosplay is being commissioned. She got exposed by the guy who's actually making her cosplay because he put a list online saying, "Can I make these cosplays for so and so?" Her name was on there. Our thing is, she tried to pass it off like, "Oh, I'm making this cosplay," and that's where everybody's like, it's okay you commission a cosplay, but you can't say it's your own.
When did this happen?
Very recently, I think this
Who is
past
Moo
week.
cosplay now?
Let me check. I know it's the popular character of the week because you know how she does.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I mean, who's the cosplayer? I mean,
Momo-kun.
Oh, Momokun.
oh, because y'all said Moo Moo, and I was just so mentally mind fucked. I was wait, what? Okay, why does she stay catching L's that she doesn't need to take? I don't understand this.
And if I knew, I'd tell you.
Okay, you got a costume commissioned. Ooh, who cares?
See, the
Why
issue.
is that such a big deal?
See, here's the big deal part. Some cosplayers will not say they commission it. They'll try to pass it off as their own. That's why for a while Jessica Negri was posting videos of her working on her costumes because people were accusing her of making it and not giving credit.
All right, maybe I'm the
Yeah,
weird one because I just see these people playing dress up for fun, but
Mm.
apparently it's like Mortal Kombat 10 out here.
yeah. It's more like, let's just say you make an art piece, but then someone takes it and tries to say, "Hey,
No,
this
I
is my
get
art."
that. I
Mm-hmm.
get that. I get that plagiarist shit. I understand that. What I'm saying is, I didn't know that people were like, "How dare you? We know we're gonna accuse you just because we can that you don't make your costumes." Like, what the fuck? Like, what?
I mean, if you're popular enough and somebody else makes it, just say who made it. Hell, they'll probably get some.
No,
Yeah.
that I
Yeah.
understand. I
Okay.
agree
Okay.
with that. I'm just saying, I didn't know other people who don't even know a person cared enough to just be like, "I have no proof of this, but you look at you. You're a beautiful and attractive person. You can't learn how to sew. Therefore, you got this commission."
Yeah, I see what you mean by that because
Yeah.
I know
Mm-hmm.
some cosplayers they have patrons and stuff, but they actually make their own stuff because they actually like show proof like, "Hey, look, I made my own stuff." Show up.
So how can you tell when someone's had their stuff commissioned versus if they made it or not? Especially like the well-known cosplayers.
Oh, how can you?
Or the Hollywood people.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, how can you tell the difference?
Yes.
Craftsmanship judging. That's how.
Mm-hmm.
Because.
Everyone leaves the autograph in the stitch,
Mm-hmm.
even if they don't even know they do it.
Yep. Plus, they will ask you technical questions on how you did this hem, how you did this, how you do that. Also, when you do craftsmanship judging, if you want to, I'll say this right now, if you want to nail it or at least get high marks, show up with a progress book of whatever you use. Like if you drew out how to do it, if you took pictures of the fabric, the progression you made, and all of that, and you note all of that shit, that's also more proof that shows that you made it. I know not every cosplayer does that, but you know,
Oh.
because when
Yeah,
I
because when I went to the photo shoot this past weekend, people asked me like how you put the LED lights in the rear hood mask, and do you make the mask yourself? I was like, no, I bought the mask, but that's where the LED lights. I just cut out plastic, put inside the eyes, and put the LED strip in.
hmm like a friend of mine, she cosplayed Queen Beryl, and the costume was done by God Save the Queens. Now she was just the model, just to show it off, going in for craftsmanship judging. So I believe God Save the Queen's Fashions did win an award for that cosplay, but she didn't wear it. She had somebody else model it for her. So I thought that was also pretty cool.
Let's see, I still try to figure out which cosplay was it. Let's see what cosplay it was when we try to do
Mm-hmm.
find it. Well, yeah, that's a big thing. Also, like I said before, you got people who feel like, oh, no one gave me this much attention, no one took my picture, but it's just like, you cosplay rate didn't stick out. Like Thomas Odd with the whole Game of Thrones thing at DragonCon. It's like no one's being racist. It's just that you did a common character, and your cosplay didn't really like stick out compared to everybody else.
And also
And you got
let's
the
just
exposure.
let's also throw in the fact that even though it's a common character, let's say other cosplay photographers may have taken five, six other cosplayers doing the same one. Maybe that photographer is not a fan of Game of Thrones. Like this weekend, normally I power walk throughout the con and take as many freaking pictures as I can. This weekend I slowed down, enjoyed more panels, and just walked around and took pictures of what I liked, you know? And if I didn't take a picture of you, I probably didn't like it, or I didn't see you, or maybe I already taken three, four pictures of 3, 4 cosplays of the same costume, you know? It happens.
Yeah, because I just like, because it's just like, if you do a common character, like you said, people go see that character so many times. It's just like, I don't want to see take a picture of this again.
Mm-hmm.
Especially just look like every other person cosplaying that character.
Yep, yep. Don't be entitled about that.
Yeah, because that's the other thing too. People are talking about on 4chan, which is why I brought this topic up
Mm-hmm.
for this discussion. It's like some people feel like when they go to a convention, they feel like they have to cosplay, and it's like you don't have to cosplay. You can just go to the convention and have fun.
Mm-hmm.
But some people go about it the wrong way. It's like, oh, I had to cosplay. Who no one took a picture of me? So it's like you're not entirely getting a picture, especially just doing something to get at the last minute.
Sometimes I'll never understand this shit.
Well, people are
Okay, apparently the
strange.
character she was trying to do was Miss Misato, Misato.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's what the character movie was trying to do, and just try to pass it off as her own.
Send me a link to that. I want to see it.
And now that she's got caught, what has been the fallout of that?
People just like, okay, this is typical moo crap like usual.
Lord.
Because they were just like, yeah, this is this is Christian level. Tears just like nothing surprises anybody anymore.
Pretty much.
Did you just compare her to Christian?
Who?
I could have swore you said that's a Christian level thing.
He did say that.
Oh, well, fuck.
It's like this person keeps doing the same stupid stuff or it's just like,
But
okay, there's no
Christian,
point.
though?
Yeah, I'm just saying that's like the epitome of stupidity. It's like you
Nah,
keep
man,
doing the same thing.
you gotta come up with a better example, because Christian can always shock me. You gonna make some boy at GameStop because you want to paint the Sonic Hedgehog arms on boxes. That's a shock.
What the hell?
That's an entire different story. I have to give you a link to Christian. This man has a whole entire wiki dedicated to him.
Mm.
Oh God.
We'll do it after the podcast. I just give a quick.
He's a dude that thinks that he's trapped, or excuse me, he's a dude, but he thinks that he's a woman trapped in a dude's body, but he's a lesbian.
Bruh.
There's more to him. Like this man has been a saga. He has multiple sagas.
This man's
He's a
Dragon
real life
Ball,
human.
Dragon Ball Z, and GT.
What else is an issue?
Yeah, this man is the real of the show.
Mm.
Well, anyway, yeah, that's Earth 2 just like, don't feel entitled to your cosplays. Let's just be real with that. You do something to get at the last minute. Of course, you're not gonna get a lot of pictures taken.
I actually know someone who used to be like that a few years ago. I don't know if she's still
Mhm.
away now. But every time she and I would like go to the conventions, sometimes I would get a lot of pictures, more pictures than her, or sometimes it's vice versa. But when she never really got any photos that day, I can't remember what the character was that she dressed as, but she would come up to me and say how she felt a little sad and disappointed that no one would come and take pictures of her. I was like, well, it's probably because you dressed as a character that doesn't really stand out in the crowd,
Mhm.
and because other people don't know what you're actually dressed as, or it just doesn't catch their eye.
Well, here's the funny thing about that, and it's something that a lot of people who get upset about no one asked me to take my picture don't seem to realize. You have to also look approachable. Like, you can't just be
Yep.
walking next to your friend, just like going and just assume that everyone's going to be like, "Excuse me, I understand that you're having a conversation with your friend right now, but
Mhm.
I'm gonna need you to take this picture with me right now."
That has happened. They didn't say it like that, but I've gotten interrupted.
Oh, I know it happens, most definitely. But every photographer is some of them will actually sit on the side and they'll wait for you to like just kind of be mingling like with other people who are cosplaying, because it's like, oh, okay, they take a group photo. Okay.
Me. That's me. I will if I see a cosplay I want to take a picture of, I'll walk over and ask if I can take a picture. Now if they're like kind of conversing, I'll just stand there, off to the side. Yeah, awkward, off to the side a little bit, and they will notice me, or someone will like, hey, he wants your picture. Take your picture. Thank you. Move on. Or sometimes if the conversation is going more than 35 seconds, sometimes I'll just come back. There's a chance they may not be there when I return, but fuck it. That's the risk. That's the chance I have to take.
Yeah.
Can't hold up my con for you.
That's right. Well, you can't. You got to be approachable.
But the thing is, sometimes some of the cosplayers don't even realize that. They're just standing there doing something. They don't realize they're not being approachable. They're not observant. Hell, that has happened to me. I like this past weekend when I came back from a con, there was a few people I missed out on seeing. They were like, "Oh, I saw you were busy. You didn't look approachable." I'm just like, we go ways back. Don't worry about that. If you see me, I may be busy. Just wait for me or tap me on the shoulder because it's going to seriously. It's going to take me less than 3 minutes to take 3 shots, talk to the cosplayer, and hand them my card. You know, five
Yeah,
tops.
exactly. Like, you try to get,
I feel so
Instagram
lucky.
famous, Tumblr famous, wherever. You gotta be friendly.
Mm-hmm.
Not saying you have to go all out and put yourself out there, but just be friendly.
Exactly.
Like you said, it goes back to marketing. It's just like, hey, you want to be famous, but you're doing the exact opposite. Just don't be off in your little circle group. Just try to meet people at the con, wherever.
Maybe they're shy. Sometimes it's hard for me to go to for a photo, even if it's a character I really like, because I don't know. I'm just really, I'm really negative, to be honest. Thinking like the worst is gonna happen.
I wouldn't worry about it that much.
Yeah, I try not. It's even worse when they're in a group. I don't want to be seen. Finally, I got it right. Damn.
Let's see, anything else you want to be added?
I can't think of anything else.
I
Too.
got a.
Hmm?
I got to share kind of with the cosplay contest.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so final round happened here. John, were you there or Commodore?
I wasn't there this weekend. That weekend, I was at round one.
Uh, we had a cosplay contest at final round. So the costumes there, except for maybe like 3 or 4, were interesting. Everyone else seemed kind of meh.
Mm-hmm.
So I have a friend. Akuma Dwarf knows the person. I'm not gonna say no names. That person dressed up as Ari from League of Legends.
Not trying to
And,
incriminate yourself.
yeah. People went on stage. At first, I'm thinking that they're gonna judge the craftsmanship. No, they judged us based off the performance.
See, that falls under more or less the 6 foot rule. When like places like Round One or Dave, when they host these costume contests, they're not most likely they're not going to have cosplayers as judges. It's going to be like, well, do you like what you see?
Yeah. And so everyone went on stage, and there was this one guy. He got first. Him and some other guy got second. I don't know who got third, but the first guy he cosplayed as fuck is that dude from Mortal Kombat? Kodokan.
Kodokan?
Yeah.
Oh, I know you're talking about Jet and Crew.
Yep. And
Yeah, I know them.
Yeah, they did. He did really good, and some other guy cosplayed as Jax. He had the arms and everything. But Kodokan.
I think that was Jet.
Mhm. And when they went on stage, they did like the fatalities, and they also did one skit where like they timed out on it. Dude just fell out, but it was really interesting. So they announced the winners, and after they announced that Kodokan won, my friend said it was a bull crap and how they win. And I'm just looking at her like, you didn't make your costume, man. She didn't.
Exactly, like, because the thing about those guys you just listed. Jet and them, they make their own costumes.
Oh
Like,
yeah.
Chet, yeah, because Chet, right now, he made an armor costume in 1 week. He's at that level when it comes to cosplay making. So so when you tell me the story, I just like, fam, those people actually put in work.
Yeah, I mean, the only thing she made was the tail. She didn't make like the dress or anything. The tails were good, but I'm like, these guys, they put in some really good work on the cosplay. They deserve to win, and she did that before, like at the last final round, where someone else won first, but she didn't just because she made tails. I mean, she looked nice, but I'm like, yeah, just because you.
If she make tails, she better make a costume with 9 of them motherfuckers. That's the only way.
Or do Tails the Fox.
Nah, if you can do a tails, she better be able to spin them. She can't spin them, she lose.
Needless to say, she gets salty when she don't win. When other people who have made their stuff, they win, but she didn't, and I guess she thinks she should win because she made the tails.
I don't mean to be harsh on your friend, but she sounds like a bench player on a team that don't win.
Second string what?
She sounds like a bench player on a team that don't win. Like she ain't a starter, she ain't make her own stuff, she ain't an MVP, but she gonna complain about everybody else and why she didn't win.
I get an award though. I cheered.
Cheer for her too, but I knew as soon as I saw Kodakan, ain't nobody winning it.
That's like a backup lineman on the Cleveland Browns. Man, you only win because y'all got Tom Brady. Like, bro, and like, what? Who are you?
Well, let me tell y'all a quick story. Like, I was at Nintendo New York one night. They had the release of the NES Classic, so I went, and there was also a costume contest, and I went as Luigi. I came in second place. Even first place winner was someone who came dressed as Little Mac. Even though the entire crowd was chanting for me, still came in second place. I thought it was still cool regardless because I did not think I was going to place at all. And a few people came up behind me and was like, oh, you should have won. You should have came in first place. I'm like, well, yeah, but you know what? He won. I got a cool water bottle out of the deal. Fuck it.
I do have a question.
Yeah.
Are we talking like just black wife beater, green shorts, Little Mac, or like did he have at least a boxing garb?
I think it might have been closer to wife beater. I got pictures. I'll have to look it up and I'll have to take a look. Let me see if I can find them.
Because like, yeah, look, if you're gonna do any boxing character, but you don't have like the big robe, I don't care. You're trash to me.
He had the pink sweater. The
Yeah.
pink switch.
I think so. Like I said, it's on my fan page. Let me see if I can grab it.
But I said that's other than too. Is like some people really do think like they deserve more credit for the cosplay, but they didn't actually make it or took the time to modify it.
What was that?
That's other than too. Like you said, like Rika just said. You know, some people think, oh, I should win. I should get more attention because this cosplay is just like you didn't make it. It's like you didn't make the cosplay. And two, you didn't exactly like act in character because people get it's cosplay, you act like in character.
I can't really think of how Ari acts. I never played League of Legends, and she hasn't either, but we ain't gonna get into that.
Yeah, okay. He had a regular black wife beater tee, and he actually taped up for his fists, and he had green gloves. I can't see the rest of the outfit though, because it was like a selfie. Shit, I know it's on their Instagram pictures of all of us. See if I can pull it up.
But yeah, your friend is just salty because she lost the costume contest. Not realizing that, okay, these people actually put time in their costumes. They actually know the character well and did their research. And yeah, she need to stop with that.
Oh yeah, I know. I thought she was honestly gonna place like third or something until they talk about performance. Hell, I made my costume, but I know my ass wasn't gonna place nothing. Really wasn't a character that was well known, and I get stage fright. I'm afraid of going in front of like a lot of people, so I just struck a pose and ran off the stage.
Yeah, because I forgot about found around that weekend because I was gonna go as Dante, but my wig was not that great because I haven't styled it yet. So I didn't paint Rebellion, so I was just like, nah, I'll wait.
You should have gone.
All right, I found the picture. It's on, I'm posting in the chat. It looks like he just went out and bought the shorts and just edited it on his name or something. Whatever works.
Which chat is it in? Facebook?
Discord.
I don't know.
I'll post it in the regular chat too.
Okay.
There you go.
That's the Rose Quartz wig. There you go.
Oh, the rose quartz wig? Yeah. Okay. That was already on there. I'll send that over.
This man went as Captain N.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. Is that everything we got to go for this podcast?
Seems that way. Too bad Kay couldn't make it. She would have been preaching to the choir. That would have been fun.
So, what do you think should be a good topic for next week, though?
I don't know. Just you know how we do. We'll figure out some shit like 2 days for it, and we'll make something good out of it.
I was about to say we can talk about the alternative community in Atlanta, but nah, that's kind of very one-sided. We think of something. Yeah. But anyway, who wants to close us out?
Let's have the preacher take us out.
Nah, I can't do it this week. I'm serious. Like I'm having some throat issues today.
Okay.
That's why I've been kind of somber.
Yeah, I kind of noticed, Well, I get it.
Al, you want to take us out?
Sure. Well, if you like what you hear, tell your friends, tell your peeps. We're here just about every week talking about the real issues, the real struggles of the cosplay community, and how we take on it, and how we think, and all that good stuff. Got any questions or thoughts? Drop us a line at blackcosplayerspodcast@outlook.com. Episodes going up every week on YouTube, so this episode should be up in the next couple of days, so be on the lookout for it.
And I'm still a sack of shit. The streak continues.
What did he say?
He said he's still a sack of shit and the streak continues.
Well, no, I hadn't said it this episode, so I still had to get it in.
All right. Well, I just thought of a topic. We can do cosplay mailing this week. Just talk about the show.
Alright.
I ain't even seen the show, man.
Yep, the episodes are on their website, so you can watch it, but you gotta have an account with your local cable provider to watch the episodes, so.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And if you don't, there are other ways of finding the episodes, so.
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
4K.to or Pletlocker.
Or
Yeah.
Bear Hill.
You guys have a good one. I take me some medicine.
See you Black Premium.
Later.
Bye.
Yeah.